Good morning.
Good morning.
Stubbs made it up.
You can see a little bit, little snout here, here. We're back.
We are back.
We're back, and I wish I wasn't.
But it is nice to be with all of our babies here.
Is it? They already get on my nerves.
Yeah.
They're actually doing all right.
Roof's cracking me up this morning.
So we got here yesterday. You guys saw that we put out a Coffee Crockers out in the mountains, kind of in the mountains. We're like on a mountain ridge, a little bit on the outside.
We're a little rocky.
But it was great. It was awesome. It was the best. We came back with a couple of souvenirs, some new stickers on our cups.
Yeah.
And
if you don't know, I still have a couple put on mine, but that's kind of like our thing is we get a sticker.
Yeah.
Throw it on the cup.
Still got some more sun. If you guys can't tell, looks like I got makeup on.
But it's like, so we were outside, obviously, all day, and the weather was amazing.
Yeah.
And whenever we drove back, we woke up.
Well, first up, we woke up and it was probably 60 degrees. I don't know what the temp was.
It was probably 50.
Probably in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah. And then so like had sweatshirts on, and then driving home, stopped to get gas in Oklahoma, and then it was 102. Like it literally
went from 60 to 102.
Doubled.
And then as we were driving in the mountains, you'd be up high, and then you'd watch the temp gauge, and then you'd go down in the mountain, and it would change, and then you go back up. I mean, it would change anywhere like 10, 15 degrees going up in the mountains or going down or whatever. And then you start crossing state line, then it starts going way up.
Yeah.
I just told Danielle, I said, better get used to it, because this is working weather.
Yeah, like I said, when we got out the gas station in Oklahoma, it was just like, geez.
It just hit you.
It's like, welcome home, I guess.
Yeah, we were spoiled, for sure, spoiled.
Oh, yeah. I'll say I was spoiled. Jason drove, like, the entire way. No, Lucy.
Well, on the way back. Well, on the way there, but in Colorado, you drove a couple times.
Not a lot.
Lucy, would you stop?
I think I just drove so you can get the... She said, I missed you so much, Dad.
You drove,
I drove so you can get some drone shots, and that's it.
I think you drove... You didn't drive any other?
No.
Oh, then yeah, I drove a lot. We're not good at driving far distances, and we had to leave the first day at like 5 a.m. because if it's dark, I could trick my mind. But once the sun comes up, I only got so much time in me. And so the first day we drove out to Denver and got to hang out with my lifelong buddy. Got to do some cool stuff. Then we got to go up to your dad's place and see him for a minute. And then... Yeah,
it was very fast. Lucy.
Yeah, and then we basically had dinner with them, woke up, had breakfast, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then we went, all throughout and stuff. It was awesome. We saw elk. Lucy. Take it easy. She's like, why didn't you take me camping this year?
Yeah.
Because of this.
Yeah, you remember last year? Look, she's just looking at
Lucy.
She said, I missed you so much.
I know, I know, girl. We already hung out. They can't even really see too much, but Lucy, do it to your mom.
She's just so obsessed with you.
Hey, I do love her for y'all complaining. It's just over the top.
Say we're working right now.
But we saw elk. We saw
bunch of deer.
Different types of deer. I know. Hold on. We didn't see sheep this time. We normally see sheep that people ranch and they just have them out. Of course, we saw cows, buffalo, all that. Yeah. Caught some trout. We saw what's those little marmots?
Yeah.
We saw little marmots, which are basically look like a beaver without a tail, kind of.
So cute.
Or with like a fluffy tail. And then what other stuff do we see?
Chipmunk.
Tons of chipmunks. We were able to sit down and where you can like feed chipmunks. They'll come up. We went to ghost towns. We did crazy trails. We went way off-roading. We found a cool place to camp that we can go take our dirt bikes and four-wheelers and mountain biking trails. We did all that. But it has been, this is our 4th year going, and every year, what do we say we want to see?
I want to see some mountain goats.
What did we see?
We saw some mountain goats.
They weren't up in the mountains. They were down eating some grass, but they were pretty large. She thought they were deer at first.
Yeah.
I saw them, and I was like, those are goats. She's like, I think those are deer. I'm like, no, those are goats. So we tried to get video footage of everything without working.
Yeah.
That was
just
our
like
main...
easy vlogs. And we could make the most rad vlog video, but it really does take time to do it.
Yeah,
so
a
we
lot
were
of
just
time.
GoPro and but yeah.
We try to keep it as fun as possible, but also get a lot out of the trip, but also capture it because yes, we do YouTube and all that, but for us, the whole time we were up there, our phones kept notifying us. 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago,
and
this
is
where you were
yesterday at. Yesterday we took a picture right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was cool, but we actually went the opposite direction of what we normally go. And it was almost like a new trip because we'd be like, this is where we were. Oh. And you would see it in a different point of view, and that was really cool. The entire trip, and I know some people don't care about us going on vacation. A lot of people don't care about watching the vacation videos. And, we'll go to Florida. I know. We'll go to Florida, go to the beach, and, views are half or whatever. Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah, I get it.
We get it. We're on vacation anyways. We're just filming just to have so we can look back on, and whoever watches. But what I hope out of it is the entire time I just kept telling Danielle over and over and over, I don't understand why more people aren't doing this. I really don't. We went, I don't even know how many places we went. We went all over.
Literally all over Colorado.
Yeah.
And we didn't pay for a single camping spot. It was all...
The very last day.
Oh, I forgot.
Very last day we did. But we were just trying to get closer to home.
Yeah. And it was like...
We had already been there.
Yeah.
Well, previous years.
Yeah. We went there the very first J Week, first stop.
So, first off, the only amount of money we spent for camping was one spot for $45. Mm-hmm. Everything else was free.
So yeah, forgot what else I was saying, but
just that.
Yeah, it was we were doing every spot was free besides that last one.
Yeah, but I think I need to add it up. We kept all the receipts for gas, and when it wouldn't print a receipt, we took a picture. Luckily for us, if we're working, tax write-off. I would have to guess that we probably spent gas money, and that's going from Oklahoma up there and then all around and back. We probably spent maybe $400 in gas.
And again, the first year we went in a car.
Yeah, and a tent, a little tent.
This was the first year we didn't have just a little tent.
Yeah.
But, so, I know there's always a reason. There would be always a reason. Well, you guys have a 4Runner. Well. Yeah.
Or you guys had the rooftop tent. Or y'all,
But again, first year we went was in a Kia.
Yeah, and we had no plan, no nothing. We threw a cooler. We ate PB&Js, a little bit of road snacks. We grilled up. We did all that stuff.
You can do it. You can go on the best vacation camping ever.
Oh, here's the thing, too, because I know some people are saying, no, Lucy, no.
You are needy times 10. No. She said, don't leave me.
I'm going to take you next time and leave you out there in Colorado. I do love her a lot. It's just, come on, I'm working here.
Yes. A lot right now. You need a haircut.
I know some people are saying too, but I'm handicapped. I'm wheelchair bound. We went to the sand dunes.
Yeah.
And guess what? For free, they have off-road wheelchairs.
So cool.
For free.
Yeah. And that place was...
I guess technically we didn't camp there, but we had to pay $25 to get into the state park.
Yeah.
But then we hooked someone up after, so that was cool.
That place was unreal. But vlogs will be coming out maybe today. Yeah. Starting today on Crocker Life of it.
And then, so we went to the sand dunes, and when we were leaving, our whole thing was, a lot of people have... I mean, you go to Colorado, and... I don't care how cool you think you are. I don't care how awesome of a rig you think you have. I don't care, whatever. you will be outdone. And even when you see the most awesome camping rig there is, the next one will drive by and it's even better. Yeah. It's even better. It's even better. But for us, we kept looking for old Toyota trucks, old 4Runners, like older vehicle camping rigs, older vans, older, you know.
To us, just like the older stuff.
Yeah, it's just like you get more street cred.
Yeah.
To us, I guess. And so we were leaving the state park, the sand dunes, and I told Danielle, I said, man, we had to pay $25 and we were only here for the day. It's good for a week. Let's hook somebody up. Like, I want to give this to somebody, like, to get in. What if they just want to jump in and jump out? Like, I don't want them to have to spend $25, and it was like per car. And so I know some people are like, I can't believe you did that, but you would take it if you were there. We were pulling out, and by the sign, it was the state park sign, and there was an older 4Runner. And it wasn't lifted or anything. It had a little bit bigger tires, like a little rack on top and stuff like that. And we were like, hey, let's hook them up. Let's give it to them. They got a cool 4Runner. So I get out and I'm like, excuse me, are y'all going in or are y'all leaving? They're like, we're going in. I said, would you like our pass? I guess they like hit something. It's good for a week, and we just went in today. We don't want it to go to waste. And they were like, yeah. And I said, we actually stopped because we saw y'all's 4Runner, and we're building out an older 4Runner, and we thought y'all's was cool. And the dad was like, oh, it's his to the kid.
And I was in the car, and you can see his younger young man. His face just lit up. He stood up.
Yeah.
And
he was proud. And I told Danielle was like, yeah, I bet he's like super proud. I said, or his dad was like, I told you, son, this was a cool vehicle. Either way it went, it like lit him up and it made him happy. And that's kind of like another thing too that, you know, going camping. I see, I'm friends with a lot of y'all on Facebook, and I see a lot of stuff y'all post and all that. Lucy, she's getting put down. Not put down.
She's getting put down.
Getting taken off the deck.
You're in trouble now, Lou.
Should be back in 30 seconds. I see people post on Facebook all the time about how they're going through hard times. They're not happy right now. There's, you know, this problem or that problem, or you're talking politics or religion, or you're fighting over something, and you know, all this stuff. And when we were out there the whole time, I mean, I slept like garbage the first day. I mean,
I forgot pillows.
No, we forgot pillows. And we tried our best to sleep, and it was just not well. She ended up sleeping a little bit when I was awake. I ended up sleeping too, just not a lot. But when I was awake, there was these young kids partying.
Don't look.
And they were loud, and I know all this stuff. So it's even like in video, and she like pans down at me. Pan means turn the camera. Pan down at me, and she's like, look at this view. And I'm like, that's like grumpy, but I was kind of being funny with it. Grumpy, but it's like, Danielle, I think literally like pans up and said, how can you be grumpy when you have a view like this? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you honestly can't. I see a lot of people posting, you know, on social media and stuff about all these problems and all this stuff, and I like being out in nature and doing something you love and all that. There was no time to think about bad stuff. There was no time to think about being miserable or whatever. It's just, you're out in this crisp, awesome air. The views are amazing.
It might be just a lack of oxygen.
Probably. Can't think straight.
Yeah.
Whatever the case. But we're up there grilling out. You know, and it's not like we spent a lot of money on food. We could have, but we didn't. We would just go to the local grocery stores, get enough food for the day. We would get like a little thing of meat to grill up, or veggies and corn and, you know, all that type of stuff. Hey.
Y'all don't even know what he's barking at.
No, there's nothing.
There's literally nothing.
Nope, don't hit the camera. Yeah, go Lucy, go get him. But you know, we're up there, and it's just like, you can't be upset, you can't be angry, and it's just too awesome, it's too nice, it's too beautiful, it's such a great experience. We would go hiking, and you're not thinking about problems, you're thinking about like your next step and how you're gonna climb up, and it's just like, look at these views. It's just, I mean, that's the best medicine you could possibly have.
Oh yeah.
And again, we understand some people are on fixed income, some people may not be in the healthiest state to go do it, but you still can. The thing is we spent, because we're in Oklahoma, $300 to $400 in gas to go, but you could drive up there and then just stay in one spot without driving more.
You don't have to go the entire state of Colorado, basically.
I think it took a tank and a half to get up to the middle of Colorado from...
Yeah, once you're in the middle, you can just...
Yeah. And so if you have a car, you're talking $75 to get there, to fill up your car, $75. Yeah. And you can just stay there. And the thing is, I know a lot of people say like, oh, this and that. Well, it's going to be a little harsh, but just whatever. You smoke cigarettes? How much money do you spend on cigarettes? Do you drink alcohol? Do you drink a bunch of sodas? Do you eat junk food? Do you, whatever the case may be.
Buy the fudge rounds for a month.
Yeah, you can literally save the money not doing that stuff and go. And I know some people are like truly on a crazy tight budget. Do you have anything you could sell? Do you have anything that you can, maybe turn off cable for a month or whatever it is? Somebody out there, you can always do something, or you can jump on the internet and do like an internet job, even if you're disabled, to get a little bit of extra money. You could, there's always something. If what I always say, if you want something bad enough,
yeah,
you'll make it happen.
As soon as you start saying like, I can't,
then you're just talking yourself out of it.
You're immediately blocking yourself from the options, because there's so many things you can do to make something happen. Again, like your mind will open up if you want something bad enough. Yeah,
you can go donate blood, plasma, whatever.
True.
And get money. If you're a dude, you can donate your stuff. You can get some money. You can always figure it out. And whenever, like, this is the thing, I guess, too, is I understand we have a lot of older people that watch us. Colorado was 90% people that were 50 and 60 and above. Yeah. And we're not talking out there not doing anything. We're talking, they were on bikes riding up 12,000 feet in a mountain.
Yeah.
Our car was like, and they're riding their bikes up. And then they got to the top. We're like, would you like us to take your picture in front of the sign? And they were pumped. I don't even know where they were from, but they were super. Everywhere you went was older people, and
even at the sand dunes, there was somebody kind of off, under in the shade, just with binoculars looking.
She knew she couldn't walk through it, or maybe she already did. She was tired. I don't know what the case was. Get out of here, B. And she literally was just at the end to see it, and then had binoculars watching people go down and climb. Like, you can do it, and not even that. As soon as we got there, we're walking up, and there was a lady that was probably 60 or 70 years old with a board. It's like a snowboard, or like, I guess like a snowboard that's meant for sand to go down. And she was like, maybe. She was like 60 or 70, if not older. I think a lot of older people there look younger because they're so active. Yeah. And she just went down the hill. Like, that was crazy. I was like, what? It just truly proves, if you want, like, Colorado is such a magical place. And we're not saying you have to go to Colorado. You can go if you're closer to the beach in Florida, if you're closer to the mountains on the east side, or go out to the redwoods on the west side of the country, whatever. You could do it. And going on that trip literally proved, I saw more people that were older than us than our age. Way more people. And if you don't like big crowds, right now is the time to go. If you go, that's why we love J Week. It literally is right at the end of everybody. All the kids are going to school.
You were born
at the perfect time.
At the perfect time. You were born for us to do J Week.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just the literally perfect timing.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. And the thing too is, I see people on Facebook that, may have lost their house, or about to lose their house, or their health is going bad, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no one out there that's going to help you. Nobody. I see people all the time trying to do GoFundMe's, trying to do this to get help or whatever. I don't know what it is, but we live in a world of people will give you a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, but 99% of them won't help you, which is fine. I'm not, you know, whatever. It's just the world we live in the moment. Thing is, you got to help yourself. And even if you're in a bad situation where, like, maybe you just, like, lost your home or you lost your job or whatever, to me, take that as a sign of you got to start living. You got to get out. You got to do something. And at that point, you have freedom. At that point, you can go do what you want. And I truly think life is all about how you look at it. And again, when we were in Colorado, there was nothing different if we would have went on vacation somewhere else, or say if we're living there or whatever. But it's, you just look at it in the mindset of like, this is beautiful. This is awesome. I can't believe I'm here. Like, we're so lucky. We're, you know, whatever. Like, I'm glad we have our health. I'm glad we, you know, you have to look at the positive, and it made it so great and awesome that the entire time we were just in awe. We really were. We're just like, oh my God. Like, it was like an entire week of like a dopamine rush.
Yeah.
It was just the best medicine. Like, I normally, coming back from wherever we go, I'm like, oh my God, we gotta build, we gotta do this, which, yeah, it's hot, that kind of is miserable, but I'm like, all right, well, now, in my head,
you got
like,
some ideas.
We got ideas of how we want to go on a trip next time. We came back with the fresh, this is how crazy it is. We literally pull up, we come in, we gotta get the dogs away, we pulled the car in, I look, and I'm like, the whole front yard, I'm like, this looks huge.
Yeah.
This looks huge. This is crazy. Why does it look so big and open? And sometimes you got to get away to come back to realize what you really got, or how much you have, or the true vision of what it looks like. It's the same thing as, like, you know, when you're in your house all the time, you don't think anything of it, you leave, you come back, you're like, is this what our house smells like?
Yeah.
You know? Or you go to someone else's house, you're like, their house smells weird, because you're so used to yours. You never leave. You never leave your comfort zone. It's the same thing with vision and your imagination, or your whatever it is when you leave and you come back, you're like, you could see things better, you could see things different. And us coming back and just seeing like this part more open, I'm like, wow, we could have like a big garden and this and that over here just in this little spot. It really opens your eyes and gets you out of that I don't know the right way to put it. The only way I can put it is like drunken stage of you just get a little delusional in your own thinking, because you can think, oh, well, we were building this house, it wasn't going wrong, I don't want to be here, I hate this place, I don't have the money for this, I don't whatever. But when you leave and come back, you're like, man, this looks cool, this is awesome, I can't believe we did this, this is, you know, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you just gotta get away and let it, I don't know, reset. And highly recommend Colorado for that. I mean, it did a lot for us, a whole lot. And
what it always does.
Yeah, and then the drive, it gives you time to think about stuff, just where you want to be in life, what you want to do, some of the stuff that may be bothering you, whatever the case is, it gives you time to think. And then you just get to like reevaluate things and be away and do all that. And it's just, I can't think of one bad thing about going on a trip, one bad thing about going to Colorado. It's all about your mindset. And he just be slurping down there.
No, baby.
She said, what, you call my name?
Yeah.
I guess the moral of the story is we always talk about just live life. And I know we talked about it in the last video, and we'll probably talk about it for another 2 weeks. We're pumped up.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing is take a risk, go live life. What's the point in that?
The very first J Week was a very spontaneous thing anyway. It was, hey, your birthday's coming up. Hey, I'm off work for a week.
We love Colorado.
Because this is when I was working full-time at the hospital, too. It's like, let's just drive up and camp. It was like, all right. And then, again, no plans. So it just happened. And then when your birthday started rolling around the next year, and this was kind of just unplanned, too. Or it was like, I looked at my schedule and said, hey, I'm not working again. Do you want to go again? And it's like, we thought about it. I was like, yeah. So, I don't know. Super
spontaneous turned into a tradition.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's what's cool about it. And I don't know, it just really like awakens something in you, and it really, I don't know, it just helps you out. And again, the whole thing with us is like live life to the fullest. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going on. And as we were pulling up yesterday, I told Danielle, I said, there's people out there that they'll be fighting over politics and they'll be fighting over this and that. But it's like, at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? Mm-hmm. What do y'all, like, seriously, if some people out there right now, because it's political time, you know, you're going to sit there and fight with each other for months until someone gets elected, and then a little bit after that you can keep fighting and you can keep fighting. But what are you really going to do about it?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Besides argue with somebody else.
Yeah.
You have no control.
What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. The only thing you can do is vote, and most people don't even vote. And so what are you really going to do? Nothing. You can't do anything about it but complain. So
might as well live.
We were just like, y'all do that. We're going to spend our time enjoying life and going after things we want, because whether the person you want to become president becomes president or not, or something happens here or whatever, if you're not physically going to go out and do something about it, there's nothing you can do. So you might as well spend the time enjoying your life and not wasting it away fighting with someone. And
then too, honestly, that's what people want, is the fight to tear our country apart like that. Just go live your life. Yeah.
If everyone just lived their life and didn't care about that, there'd be a lot less control.
Yeah.
But one thing with us, with me specifically, was the whole time out there, this is going to sound harsh, I guess, in the wrong way, but y'all know me well enough, I guess, to know I come from a good place. I didn't give a crap about comments. I didn't give a crap about what's happening on YouTube. I didn't give a crap about what's happening on Facebook. I didn't give a crap about none of that stuff.
In other words, you didn't care what was going on anywhere else but where we were.
My life is surrounded by YouTube and building and comments and how well is the analytics going and all this stuff. And I didn't care at all, and there were many times we didn't even have service. For the most part, you know, didn't really have our phones on us, didn't care if someone was texting, didn't care if whatever. Like, I did appreciate everybody reaching out for my birthday and stuff, but other than that, it was just like, we're not here to be on our phones. We're not here to be, like, when you're on your phone, you're connected to the world. And when you're connected to the world, you're connected to a ton of problems. And the best thing that we did was just, like, enjoy it. And the only time we weren't fully 100% in that moment was when we were thinking, this would be awesome when we come back and we try to bring friends with us. And this. That was the only time we weren't just, like, present in the moment. And, it was just an absolute blast, and I cannot recommend it enough just to get out. And if you don't have a lot of money, Colorado is the place to be. It can be very expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's what's funny about camping, is that either you can do, it's just like the cheapest vacation ever, and it's the most, either way, it's the most glorious.
Yeah.
Or it's the most expensive. It just truly depends on which way you want to go. Yeah, basic or bougie.
Yeah. If you want to go eat out every day, guess what? You're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you want to
have a expensive rig or camper or just literally everything, like, there's just so many different ways you can do it. Or either way, the outcome is you're out there.
It depends on your budget and how you want to do it. But
I'll tell you this, we went the cheapest route, and
it's really not much money, and a lot of people think it's not attainable.
We went very cheap the very first year, and it was still the best vacation ever.
Oh, yeah. And pretty much, like, we're lucky now, but we're 4 years in that we do have more stuff, more gear, and all that stuff, but we've kind of accumulated it over the years. But the trip itself hasn't changed. The views haven't changed. None of that. We seen people up there. We pulled up to one campsite. It did get a little crazy at one, but we got up on this top part, and there was one car, and it was a girl. She was, I'm assuming, alone. She just camped out of like a Ford Escape or something. I don't know what that was.
It's like an older Ford Escape, and she just had a hammock.
A hammock, and then she slept inside her car, and she was just up there in the hammock, reading a book or something. I don't know, just enjoying it. And I'm sure she went camping. You know, all that type of stuff. You don't need a lot. You can sleep out of your car. You can do whatever. And it was just the absolute best thing. And I would do it if it were me. And even if I had the last $300 to my name and I didn't get, you know, paid again, I would rather go up to Colorado and hang out for, you can hang out there for a month, 2 months for nothing. It's free.
Yeah.
It's great. Once you get there, it is free if you want it to be. You're already, if you're at home right now, you're like, it's not, how's it going to be free? You're already having to buy groceries to eat. You're already having to get water to drink. You're already going to have to shower. You're already going to have to do whatever, your normal stuff. Go do that there. It's the same. It's free. It's literally free. You could, I told Danielle at one point, I was brushing my teeth. She was up in the tent changing. And I said, it's kind of funny and ironic that because we're camping, this is glorious. But if we were homeless and we're living in a tent doing this, people would look down on you. But it just proves that you don't need a lot to go do it. And it's the most basic thing you can do. And the fact that, we talked about this too, Colorado doesn't have to make it free. Free camping, free spots.
Yeah.
Everywhere you could throw a rock, you hit a free spot to camp. It is great. What's the dirt? Is that the app?
Yeah, I can talk about this. Like, I'll make a whole video on Parker Life, how to do it. Basically, I have this app where, yes, the Dirt, DYRT. It can show any type of camping you want, and we always look for dispersed because that's the free ones. You just go. She has the map. You kind of look around, zoom in and out where you're at, and it's just people that's been there reviewing the spots.
Yeah. And some of them, you make your best judgment. Looks a little sketchy. All right, I'll move on.
Yeah.
There's literally campgrounds and then dispersed camping right next to it. This costs money because there's a bathroom. This is free. Go pee in the woods.
Yeah.
And there's not a bad place to camp there.
I think it is just like human nature where there's something in us where you're supposed to be out in the woods, get away from the city, stuff like that. I don't know, get out in it. Feet on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
You would say, but you live in the woods now. It's different.
It is. But it's also a beautiful thing that if this doesn't prove it, we live in the woods. We're in a camper. We're outside all day. And then our vacation is to go up in the mountains in a tent and be outside all day. I mean, it just proves that, like, I don't know, it's a great place to be. And it just truly rejuvenated us, and clearly we didn't build, we didn't really work. Actually, one day we did, we edited and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, we didn't really do all that. So of course it's glamorous and it's great and there's no stress and all stuff. But really, everybody creates their own stress. Everybody creates their own problems. Everybody complains about whatever they want to complain about.
I know life can give you some stressful.
Absolutely, we've all been there.
Yeah, but or you can give yourself too. Yeah. You put yourself in a situation, but
it's how you handle it.
Exactly.
And it doesn't take much, and we're hoping throughout our videos, it proves to you guys that you don't need much to go live life, even if you're older or even if you're in a wheelchair or whatever. I mean, the fact that you can go to these sand dunes that were, our video will never do it justice.
It's just like the whole time you just look around and you're like, you like kind of want to like reach out, grab it.
It looked fake.
It wasn't real.
It was so crazy. And
the light, like it literally looked like I was in the desktop of a screensaver. Yeah. Like it's like this
in like 1999. Yeah. And then you literally go there, and then they have wheelchairs with big fat balloon wheels on it for free to help you get out there. I mean, Colorado is just set up to truly make it the best experience you possibly can. Of course, again, you can spend a lot of money, you can go bougie, or you can go basic, and either way is great. And I really hope that it just inspires one person, at least minimum of one person, to go out and live life and do it, because it will change your life. It's crazy.
And then we did text Jared and was like, listen, you got to come with us.
Yeah.
And even him, he was like, I bet it's hot. I said, nope.
Yeah, he's like, I bet it's hot in the tent. Heck, no.
No.
It's 60 degrees.
Yeah.
We're sleeping in AC.
Yeah. And then at night, it's a little colder. That is one thing you do invest in, though. A
good sleeping bag.
Yeah.
That's all you need is a good sleeping bag. Or just a bunch of blankets. Whatever you got, whatever you need. But I don't know. It was just something that we have fully, I mean, we had 9-hour drive back. And, I mean, we just kept talking about, man, if we do this and these people come with us and you know, we're just like pumped. And the whole thing is we got to start living life, and we've sacrificed for years to get to this point. And, we also got, I guess we drug ourselves, mainly me, into the whole thing of like, YouTube, got to build the career up. We got to try to put this video out. They want to see this. We got to do this. You got to, you know, whatever.
Oh, no, that was me too.
Well, but I'm saying like at the beginning, like getting you in. I'm like, no, we have to like, you know, like this is how it is or whatever. And then clearly we both were in it. And then you're driven like I'm driven and you want to do it. But it's just more of like, you can beat yourself up over it. But I'm glad we did, because it got us to where we're at now today. But if you're not living life, what's the point? Truly, what's the point? And if you're older, what was the point of you doing all that stuff your whole life, working, doing all this stuff, to just sit at home?
Yeah.
No, get out and live. Even if it's somewhere local. You don't always, we're talking about Colorado, because that's where we went, and it's our experience. We're telling you guys that it doesn't cost a lot of money to go to such a beautiful place. Just go to your local park, get out, go do something, whatever it may be. You can do it. There is literally no reason, unless you are stuck in a bed. We fully understand that. But other than that, if you can get up and go to the grocery store, you can get up and go outside and live. And I don't know. I just, again, it just like lit a I don't even think it lit a fire in our butt. We already had it. It was just more of, it just rejuvenated us.
Yeah.
It really just energized us. And I don't know if that was the views, or being connected with nature, or being out in the crisp air, or just getting away from
oxygen.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it did, and it worked. And I mean, we're pumped. We came back with a whole new vision of stuff that we'd like to do and how we want to do it. And
then too, even more of like how amazing it's gonna be here.
Well, yeah,
it's like, could just, what a dream. What a dream to be able to, once this is done.
This is our home base.
This is our home base, and we're at peace here. We have our animals. Obviously, it's always can be a pain in the butt dealing with animals, but we're fortunate enough to have animals where we're going to grow our own food, everything like that, and then be able to go camp too, and then come back. This is our home base. Like, I don't know how to necessarily word it.
Well, yeah, but I guess part of that, like I was saying, it goes into that is you come into it with a whole new way of looking at stuff. And we could sit here and be like, okay, we have a grain bin. Like, we'll probably need to get a barn. We'll build a barnuminium. We'll need a little bit more room. And then you're out there and you're camping. You're like, why do we need all that? We don't need that. We just need a good little home base for us to have. You don't need all this extra stuff.
And I guess so I know people are commenting, what if a little Crocker comes along? Add on.
They'll sleep in the camper. They're fine. We got extra room.
Put the bassinet in there.
Yeah, they're good. We'll put a baby monitor in there. Yeah. We're good. But it really does like remind you, like, you don't, unless you just love to stay at home. You don't need all this room, all this space, all this stuff. For us, it's build a house that is all that you need. You don't need any extra. As we're building it, we're paying it off. We're not going to have debt on this property. Get it. And then, guess what? You have the financial freedom to really travel and do more stuff. And then every time you're on the road, we were gone a week. It felt like we were gone 2 months.
Oh, it's crazy.
It was insane.
I think we did so much.
Oh, I think we were the third day in. I'm like, wait, we were in Denver when 2 days ago? It felt so long ago.
Well, because we'll be like driving, like, oh, there's a pond, pull off fish, or
hey, let's take a shot of this, or hey, let's go down this trail, or let's go to this ghost town.
Yeah.
I mean, we did so much, and it just, I mean, we're pumped, and
we just went. how good it feels for us. We want
everybody.
We want everybody to be able to have that joy.
Yes, and not everyone likes the mountains. Not everyone likes Colorado. But
I don't know how.
Yeah, it's not. That's not the point of this. The point of it is
go do something makes you happy.
And you don't need a lot of money. You don't always have to do something to spend the money.
Unless you want to go to Bora Bora.
Yeah.
That'll be expensive.
2 of our favorite things that we love to do are absolutely free. Go to Colorado in the mountains and go to the beach. And it is literally free for both. You can sleep in your car, you can sleep in tent, you can camp, you can get hotels, you can get Airbnbs, you can do whatever you want. But the basic point of it is the beach costs $0 and the mountains is $0. And you can go live life and have fun even if you don't have a lot of money. And there's a lot of people out there that don't think that's possible. And we hope that it is put out there, and we hope that it just shows no matter what you want in life, go for it, work hard for it, go for your dream. Because what's the point in having a dream if you're not going to like wake up and go live it? Truly, what's the point? So many people that I know personally are like, man, I'd love to do that, but never do. They never do anything, ever. They always want something, but they don't want to actually go for it and do it. And it just like breaks my heart. I'm like, it's so easy. The only reason most people are out there doing it is because they just went out and did it. Whether that's getting a new job or you going on vacation or doing whatever. It's so easy to be successful in what you want because 99% of people don't. They don't go out and do it. And there's a small percentage of people that do it. Well, those are the ones that make it because there's no competition. There's literally no competition because no one does it. And it is hard work to get what you want. And nothing comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. And, you know, and all that. But if you just want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And it may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen a year from now. We're 3 years plus into our relationship, and we finally found our place. And we finally, you know, have this. And it took a lot of heartache, and it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But if we never went for it and we just watched YouTube or just searched things or just thought about it, we'd still just be in the same spot we were in. It took a couple years, but now we're here and now we're living life, and we're not fully comfortable, but we are now comfortable.
Yeah.
And
this is before we glamorize this.
Yeah.
But we also, the truth is, this is the hardest thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
But 100% worth it. Just like Jason said, nothing good comes easy.
No. So I hope that when we post these videos, you guys don't just watch a vacation video. You guys watch and you're getting something out of it as far as I need to get out and live. It really isn't as hard as I thought it would be. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be. There's many times that we're just like filming. I'm like, I can't believe this is free. Yeah. I can't believe these views. I mean, there was a spot that we're going back to.
And we're going to drag Paragon Ridge Ranch.
Yeah, and hopefully a lot more friends. Hopefully we're going to get the Junos to go out, get Brandon up here, get Jared up here.
Anybody with any riding things.
Yes. Mountain box, dirt box, four-wheel, Tom and Rhonda. Cold beer with the side-by-side. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Maybe some of you guys watching at home.
That would be wild.
We'll do a meetup there. But as I said, this looks like a Disney World amusement park for outdoor activities. This is crazy.
45 miles of riding trails.
For free. And
just picture 45 miles.
With cliffs and mountains in the back. And you can go hiking, you can go walking.
And the camping was free. It's free to get in. Everything.
Or just driving your car.
Yeah.
And it's the best views. It was awesome.
And it was just an unplanned find.
Oh, and it was the best. That's the best part of this whole trip is, and I think that's the thing too, is sometimes in life, no matter what it is, you may not know exactly what you want, but if you start heading in that direction, you'll find it. And sometimes it's best when you don't. Beautiful. It is. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for, but when it pops up, you know you found it. And it's kind of hard to find that when you're not out there doing it and you're not out there looking. So you never know. What if you guys have been wanting to buy land? Just get on the internet and start searching. Even if it's out of your budget, just start searching, because some piece of land might pop up that is in your budget. You may be searching for a vacation or get on Groupon. You can get deals for certain stuff. You can, I don't even know what it is, but sometimes I'll search cheap flights. And I told Danielle, I was like, just sometime we need to find us a cheap flight, no matter where it goes. Let's just go. There's people that get literally round trip flights for like $100, and they can go to like Las Vegas or Florida or Colorado or whatever. Go take a trip. Who cares? If you can afford it, go. There's trips I think you can get for like $49 or something like that. Like, and again, everyone out there, don't buy the sodas for a week. Don't buy the cigarettes. Don't buy the beer. Don't go eat out. Don't whatever. Cut off your cable. There's free, you know, whatever. Like, there's so many ways that you can get the money to do it, even if you're stuck in your bed. There's work from home jobs that you can do to make a couple extra bucks. There's always something you can do to get where you want to be. And if you say you can't, it's just an excuse, because we saw people out there that I never would have ever expected to be out in the mountains that probably would be the same type of people that are watching this video that's like, I can't do this. But they were out there doing it, and that was just such an inspiration. It was awesome. And so we're young enough and we're brave enough to get out there and do it, and we're going to do it. And I hope, again, it inspires one person. This has been 45 minutes of us pumped up trying to convince one of y'all to get out there and live life, and I hope it does it.
Even just gets one person.
Oh, I would just be pumped.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're excited. The videos will be coming out, but also videos of working and all that stuff will be coming out as well. But go live life no matter what it is, and it will 100% pay off. And if it doesn't work out the way you thought, who cares? You're right back where you're at. You didn't lose anything. You literally are fine.
And typically you learn.
Yeah, and you learn something, and it's not...
Learn how to do it.
And you go out. Yeah, go out and do it better the next time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm pumped. I'm excited. It truly rejuvenated me, and we're already looking forward to doing some more stuff. And just that alone, having something to look forward to really, really, really helps you out.
So, again, maybe today, Crocker Life.
Yeah.
Vlogs of going out there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. They're are my favorite videos to go back and watch. If there's any, I don't go back and watch anything unless they are our camping videos.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, and we haven't even started editing or anything, and I truly think these will be the best videos that we've done on the Crocker Life.
Yeah.
I really do. I think they will be. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.